Let's hear the results of everything we've done so far.
Walking with power. Oh man, who is that? Looking good, gonna take his number. What a day, got me feeling so fired up. Wanna dance, have a party, get.
When you're mixing or you're producing audio, there's always going to be an accumulation of frequencies. And you are the arbiter of what is a problem with your material. What makes this plugin different than other plugins is that it has the ability to learn your audio. It'll safeguard your content from any occasional resonances. We made it so that it feels like a self-driving EQ in a sense. We have three main controls in this line, which we call the Equator line. This is your input audio. And already you can see reduction because I'm shaving these frequencies. If I didn't want to reduce anything, I would just go up and then the plugin doesn't do anything. And you can morph this specific line into a curve that is either pink or warm, which is a little bit less high end, and all the way to flat. So this track was produced and mixed by Katie Marie. It's called Me Without You. That's quite amazing. Not a lot to do here. It's kind of done. Well, one thing I want to do here is I want to protect the snare. See, when you hover over this line, you have the ability to add a node, and this node, as I take it up, it's going to protect. It's going to attenuate less of these frequencies. That was kind of everything I needed on a master. Let's hear another example. This track is called Marlboro Man by Jim Woods. It has a very different issue than the previous track, and I just want to show you how Curves deals with that issue in the same ease.
I'm on the Marlboro Man, shot in the back in his homeland. All his life he played by the rules, and Uncle Sam played him like a fool. I'm on the Marlboro Man.
I want to reduce more low mid, so I'll make a node, I'll make it wider.
I'm on the Marlboro Man, shot in the back in his homeland. All his life he played by the rules, and Uncle Sam played.
We have a makeup gain. It's dynamic makeup gain. The plugin calculates the input audio energy level, the RMS, and makes sure that very softly but dynamically it adjusts the makeup gain on the fly in real time. So essentially you've reduced bad energy and you got that energy back. Nothing has changed in your master, which is why this plugin is so wonderful on a master bus as well. And of course, this is something you can turn off. Just go to the advanced controls here, click the makeup gain off, and you're good without it. This is a track called What a Day by Guy Tibet.
We talk, we kiss, we love, we miss. What a day to go through. Hey, yeah. Walking with power.
It's a great track, produced very well. So let's see what the plugin can do in a more detailed way. The drums are dark. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to tilt it. And everything that's being reduced is low end, so now it's a little bit more open and crispy. So let's have a listen to the vocals, and it's a good time to talk about the learn feature of the plugin.
We talk, we kiss, we love, we miss. What a day to go through. Hey, yeah.
So the meters are sufficiently high, apply is ready, I'll click apply. All I want to do here is protect her vocals and slightly take care of that clogginess that we heard. Having this specific personalized threshold curve allows you to not process too much. And it's going to do more as your content changes. Find the part that you like, and then it's going to make sure that everything else is going to sound like that, both in dynamics and in sound. A tilt to keep the high end, sensitivity so the plugin works more, so it's going to be more sensitive to resonances, and a slight extra attenuation on the low mid, and that's it. She pops out.
We talk, we kiss, we love, we miss. What a day to go through. Hey, yeah. Walking with power.
So let's have a listen to the instrumentation. And the only thing I want to do here is I want to carve space within this specific track based on the vocals. As soon as you turn sidechain on, it's going to be red to show you that now the plugin is listening to sidechain. I'm going to route the sidechain to the plugin, bus 9. Learn again. It's going to create a flipped curve of the vocals with which I'm going to carve space on the instrument track.
We talk, we kiss, we love, we miss what a day to go through. Hey, yeah, walking with power.
It's unbelievable improvement. Not only that the instrumentation sounds better, it's actually louder, and at the same time the vocals are coming out better. Let's have a listen to the bass track. All right, so we're done processing. Let's hear everything we've done before and after.
We talk, we kiss, we love, we miss what a day to go through. Hey, yeah, walking with power. Oh man, who is that? Looking good, gonna take his number.
All right, so let's have a listen to this track here, which is called Evaporate by Ari Jacob.
You have this look in your eyes like you want to believe me, but something's not adding up. How does the moon receive?
It's going to give me an opportunity to show you what you would do with it in the beginning of the mix.
You from the ashes arise with this look in your eyes like you want to believe me, but something's not adding up. How does the moon receive light?
I've taken care of all the low-end issues by going twice the processing 200%, slightly tilted the curve to keep the high end, and added this light note to help me further tilt the curve, and that's pretty much it.
Like you want to believe me, but something's not adding up. How does the...
Let's have a listen to the drums by themselves. Let's have a listen to the bass track here. The issue in the bass is not the sound, but rather the leak from the drums. It's going to serve as a multi-band gate. Just have a listen to the before and after and what I'm taking out from the bass. All I'm taking out is the drums. Let's move on to the acoustic guitar here. Have a look at the curve. That's exactly a representation of where the bass is heavy in frequencies and exactly where I want to take those frequencies out from the guitar. With the bass before and after on both. That's absolutely crazy. This is where we started.
You have this look in your eyes like you want to believe me, but something's not adding up. How does the moon receive light from the sun without catching on fire and just burning to...
What you're hearing is not added volume, it's added frequencies. It's just an even distribution of frequencies throughout the spectrum. That's what you want from this plugin, that's what you want from any mix. All right, so this track is called Rain. It's by Rosa and the Salamons. Let's have a listen to the before.
In the pouring rain, don't you love me too? I can never forget.
Obviously, very beautiful track. Overly processed in some of the tracks. Usually we tend to add high end. It's very pleasurable, usually very good. But in this track, I think what I want to do is to tame the high end a little bit of what this production calls for, which obviously is a more mellow and slightly darker color. So the drums. That's great. See, all I needed to know is that there's something going on in the mid-range. All the rest of the work has been done by the plugin as far as looking for these resonant frequencies, and it's done.
Walk around with you in the pouring rain.
All right, so obviously here we have way too much air and some resonance in the mid-range. Again, let's let the plugin do the work.
Walk around with you in the pouring rain. That you love me too, I can never forget.
Notice how I kept that airy quality of the vocals, and since there's makeup gain going on, at the same time, you get to keep those beautiful frequencies while reducing a lot of those bad frequencies, and so now it sounds much better. Let's have a listen to everything we've done before and after processing.
Walk around with you in the pouring rain. That you love me too, I can never forget.
That's really great. Well, you ready to mix?